Hi, and welcome. You're listening to the X22 Report. My name is Dave, and this is episode 1731BN. Today's date is December 3rd, 2018, and the title of the episode is Liftoff on January 1st, 2019, Court-Martial Around the Corner. Now, before I get started, we all know the deep state, they're going to be fighting back. We see the caravan moving up to the border. We've seen other false flag events. We know that they're getting ready to shut down social media or maybe even the internet, but we don't know exactly the next move of the deep state. And I just want to say one of the best devices you can invest for your home protection is a flashlight. And why not purchase one of the best flashlights on the market? The Patriot flashlight. Why is it the best? Never waste money on batteries again. It's solar powered. Light up the darkest of nights with its 500 lumens. Life-saving emergency strobe light. Emergency siren. Let others know you're in danger. Charge your phone anywhere, anytime with Survivor's USB port. It has a compass, rope, wire cutter, and glass-breaking hammer. The Patriot flashlight is an all-in-one lifesaver. I wouldn't go anywhere without it. Patriot flashlight is the perfect holiday gift for you and your family. Limited supplies last, and this is the very last chance to get yours at a discount before Christmas. Take advantage and give the gift of protection to your loved ones this holiday season. Use the code X20 and receive 20% off the Patriot flashlight. Let's get into the economic collapse, political and geopolitical news. Now, Q has dropped a lot more breadcrumbs, and Q is out there telling everyone that is listening that we're about to see liftoff. And there are reasons why everything had to be put together the way it has been put together. And these steps had to be followed. And certain executive orders had to be in place. And some of them don't come online until January 1st, 2019. And then we're going to see things really start to accelerate. Because remember, Q has already given us all the placeholders. Everything is prepared. And we can see that these individuals like Cohen and the rest, they are panicking like there's no tomorrow. And of course, what I do believe happened here is that Q did leak some information, allowing people to see what was really going on. I don't think this was a coincidence. Actually, Q always says there are no coincidences. But let's start off with Michael Cohen right now, because Trump has been tweeting out a lot about Michael Cohen. His first tweet, and this is from Trump, he tweeted out, Michael Cohen asked judge for no prison time. You mean he can do all the terrible, unrelated to Trump, things having to do with fraud, big loans, taxes, and not serve a long prison term? He makes up stories to get a great and already reduced deal for himself and get his wife and father-in-law, who has the money, off scot-free. He lied for his outcome and should, in my opinion, serve a full and complete sentence. So right now, Trump is out there saying that everything that Michael Cohen is saying is a complete and utter lie. And so far, everything that Trump has said has turned out to be true. So Michael Cohen right now, he's trying to save himself. And they're trying to use Cohen, out in the mainstream media to seem like the walls are closing in around Trump, which is actually the opposite happening right now. Then Trump decided to tweet out one more here. I will never testify against Trump. This statement was recently made by Roger Stone, essentially stating that he will not be forced by a rogue and out-of-control prosecutor to make up lies and stories about President Trump. Nice to know that some people still have guts. Trump. Acknowledging Roger Stone, saying, listen, thank you for not folding under the pressure and standing up and having the guts to say, I'm not going to do this. Michael Cohen, he's trying to save himself. Trump tweeted out something with Bob Mueller here. Bob Mueller, who is a much different man than people think, and his out-of-control band of angry Democrats don't want the truth. They only want lies. The truth is very bad for their mission. Now, we talked about Mueller and how Mueller is completely corrupt, Comey completely corrupt, and they are trying to protect themselves any way they possibly can. Now, Mueller has withheld details that would exonerate the president. And this is coming from Paul Sperry, where he's saying that there is definite information that shows that Mueller completely withheld certain details about this whole Russian collusion and everything else. So what are these details? Well, on page 7 of the Statement of Criminal Information filed against Cohen, which is separate from but related to the plea agreement, Mueller mentions that Cohen tried to email Russian President Putin's office on January 14, 2016, and again on January 16, 2016. But Mueller, who personally signed the document, omitted the fact that Cohen did not have any direct points of contact at the Kremlin and had resorted to sending the emails to a general press mailbox. Sources who have seen these additional emails point out that this omitted information undercuts the idea of a back channel and thus the special counsel's collusion case. Page 2 of the same charging document offers further evidence that there is no connection between the Trump campaign and the Kremlin. On August 2017, a letter from Cohen to the Senate Intelligence Committee states that Trump was never in contact with anyone about this Moscow project proposal other than me, an assertion which Mueller does not contest as false, which means that prosecutors have tested its veracity through corroborating sources and found it to be absolutely truthful. So once again, they're just omitting certain things. And this is the way the mainstream media works too. This is the way the deep state works. Listen, if you haven't heard about it, it doesn't exist. They have nothing. It's a gigantic nothing burger. And this is why Mueller is still there. I mean, we went through the whole thing why Mueller is there. Mueller is there to protect himself and to protect others. He's not really going after Russian collusion because it doesn't exist. It's all fake, phony, and false. This is why they're coming up with lies to put that out in the mainstream media to make people think that something's actually happening when it really isn't. Let's get into some of Q's posts here. Now, post 2523, Q went back and put up post 2299 and highlighted define treason. The crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrow the government. Then Q put up a tweet from Trump, and this was back on September 5th, where Trump tweeted out the word treason in all caps with a question mark. Very interesting. Then under that, from January 26, 2018, put up a link to endusmilitarism.org, and this is a PDF, military detention of U.S. citizens in 18 U.S.C. 4001a.pdf. Then under all this, gave us 3 different links. Now, the first one is from the Intelligencer. Military police company deploys to Guantanamo Bay. Then under that link, it says, when it comes to Guantanamo, Trump is truly the builder-in-chief. Well, improved Guantanamo, and it looks like there is a military police force heading down there. I wonder what that's for. Now, under that, there's another link to MCC-LATCHR-CHYDC. And this says the following. Pentagon delivers new guidelines on transferring detainees to Guantanamo. So it looks like, from what Q is telling us, that everything is being prepared for Guantanamo. Remember, Q has already given us all the placeholders. You can see that Q is telling us to reread treason. And under all these links, Q went on to say the following. They are unlawful enemy combatants. Questioning. Graham to Kavanaugh, RE enemy combatants, brackets bold, unusual. Remember when Lindsey Graham was questioning Kavanaugh about military tribunals during the confirmation hearing? You think that was a coincidence? No. This was done on purpose because Kavanaugh is part of this. And then under this it says define treason. Executive order effective January 1st, 2019. Under this it says Department of Justice Office of Legal Counsel opinion, RE detain, RE U.S. citizens, RE enemy combatants. Drops combined paint a full picture. So Q is telling us, look what we've given you, the full picture on how this is going to play out. So the first post mentions treason. gives us the definition. Trump tweets out treason, gives us a PDF on U.S. citizens and 18 U.S.C. 4001A PDF, so we can read up on what that means. Gave us 3 links to say that the police force is heading down there. The Guantanamo Bay prison, well, that has been improved. And then we have new rules on how to handle individuals. Then Q says, listen to the questions that Graham asked Kavanaugh about enemy combatants. Then look at the executive order on January 1st, 2019. That's when it comes in effect. Is this all coincidence? No, this is how it's going to play out. Under this it says, may God bless those who fight to defend our great nation, we the people. So here we are. January 1st, it begins. We have liftoff. Post 2524. And Annan put up all these different articles from all the mainstream medias. Rod Rosenstein is no longer in charge of Mueller probe. New York Post, Rod Rosenstein no longer overseeing Russia probe. The Hill, the Wall Street Journal. Department of Justice acting AG to take over oversight of Russia probe. The Wall Street Journal, Matthew Whitaker, a critic of the Mueller investigation, now oversees it. And goes on. And then the Annan included all the posts with Rod Rosenstein where it said, goodbye, Rod Rosenstein, goodbye, Rod Rosenstein. Under all of this, it says, think multiple meanings. Goodbye. 1, fired and or removed from Department of Justice. Number 2, removed from special counsel oversight. Bold brackets, number 2, completed. Number 1, coming. Learn our comms. Huber, Fises, two-way street in bold and brackets. Q. So, and Annan posted this graphic about Rod Rosenstein, Jeff Sessions and John Huber and Robert Mueller. Q responded to the Annan that many meanings and the phrase goodbye Rod Rosenstein means that Whitaker has taken control of Mueller and Rod Rosenstein has been pushed to the side and no longer has control. Goodbye, Rod Rosenstein. So number 2 was completed. Number 1 is where Rod Rosenstein is in trouble because that's coming. Now, the other part, John Huber is using Fises. It's a two-way street. Well, they use Fises on Trump to spy on him illegally. John Huber is using Fises to listen in because it's part of the investigation where they're investigating all these individuals. And guess what they have? They have real warrants. This is being done legally. So Fises are a two-way street and they're gathering intel. Post 2525. Q put up everything from post 2524 and added, did Rod Rosenstein, this is brackets all bold, RR, feel safe post Air Force One 30-minute meeting with POTUS? Did Rod Rosenstein communicate meeting back to handlers? When your enemy feels in control. Panic, R.E. Whitaker. Panic, R.E. Huber. Why has the FISA court kept quiet? Discovery of fraud perpetrated on court. When an operation is active, these people are stupid. Rosenstein was assured by the president that he was not going to fire him. Made him feel comfortable, in control. He reported back to the deep state. He relayed the message. The deep state thought, great, this is fantastic. You're going to be in control of Mueller. Mueller can protect us. Well, then came the stealth bomber, which was Whitaker. Sessions, he was made active. He resigned. Whitaker moved up into that position. Sessions recused himself from handling the Russian collusion, Russian probe, and couldn't handle Mueller. Whitaker did not. Whitaker took control of Mueller. Rod Rosenstein was pushed to the side. Sounds like military planning at its best. Post 2526 put up a Twitter link, and it says, meanwhile in Berlin, this is from A Simple Mind, showing that Q is worldwide now, and people around the world are joining in. Under this, it says, a world united is a beautiful thing, all caps. People are inherently good. We stand together. Q. Post 2527. And Anon put up, what happened to 11/11/2018 Unified America Day, you disgusting liar fraud? 3 question marks. Answer, Freddie, you effing faggot. That's what they put down there. Q actually answered. Think waves. Waves is in all caps. WW question mark worldwide. Define unified. Brackets bold 17. SAT knockout force new class tech online by who? Controlled in brackets bold. Moment activated 17 brackets bold. Do you believe in coincidences? Do you believe your efforts here persuade people to stop the pursuit of truth? Now this is in brackets, all bold in caps, CA_J. There is a place for everyone. Now Freddie is the troll on the boards. Q finally responded to Freddie that there was a change on 11/11, but most of us didn't notice it. It was behind the scenes. Satellites were knocked out. New ones took their place. They were all brought online. And the sentence where it says, do you believe your efforts here persuade people to stop the pursuit of truth? CAJ, it looks like Q just pointed out who Freddie actually is and showed Freddie, we know who you are. Your name is CAJ. Don't know exactly what that stands for. Now, Q mentions think waves. Now, waves is in all caps. Worldwide, which is around the earth. Now, National Geographic talks about the following. They talk about Meades mystery waves are what scientists call monochromatic. Most earthquakes send out waves with a slew of different frequencies, but Meades signals was clean zigzag, dominated by one type of wave that took a steady 17 seconds to repeat. Now that's very interesting, 17 seconds, because back in the post it says in brackets 17. Now 17 is also the letter for Q. So is this what Q is talking about? Maybe the satellites were causing earthquakes. Maybe these waves cause certain earthquakes around the world, and these satellites were taken out. We'll have to check and see. Post 2528. Q says the following. Power belongs to the people. You are what matters. All you needed was a spark to unite together. They are scared. Think fake news attacks second only to POTUS himself. Together we win. Trust yourself. Think for yourself. You are not alone. Open your heart and your mind. Where we go one, we go all. Q. Post 2529. Put up a Twitter link, and under it, it says, do not mistake silence for size. This movement is larger than anyone can possibly imagine. God bless Patriot. Now, this Twitter link is from MAGA Mom. Was just my Wichita Costco, at my Wichita Costco, and found this note on my windshield. I've had these stickers on my dirty van for months, so nice to know at least one other patriot here trusts the plan. Now the note reads the following. I have never seen another Q patriot in real life. God bless you, patriot. Where we go one, we go all. MAGA. It's nice to know you're out there. And Q is letting us know that people just don't speak up. People just aren't saying things. But there are people all around us that believe the same exact thing, who are part of this movement. Post 2530. Q says, what you are witnessing in France has nothing to do with gas, brackets bold, forced narrative. Vive la France. Now in France, we know, because we've been reporting on this, the yellow vests are protesting now. They're making it seem like, oh, they don't like the high gas prices. But what this is really about is about going after the elite, going after the establishment, going after the deep state. And it's spreading around the world right now. And Macron's approval rating, they're down around 23%. That's what's being reported. I bet you it's even lower than that. People do not want him in power. He's not working for the people. Theresa May's not working for the people. Merkel's not working for the people. And you can see things are definitely changing. Post 2531. And Anon put up a post from a while ago. This is June 19th, 2018. This is post 1559. LP Viva la Resistance, Viva verse Vive, under it brackets JC. Under this, Q says, you are learning, Anon, brackets bold JC and Viva la France, riots in France today, Comey testimony, do you believe in coincidences? Q. So an Anon posted this and asked Q if the protests had anything to do with the deep state losing control. This post included JC, which is John Carlin, Department of Justice National Security Director, who stepped down after security breaches were discovered by Admiral Rogers in the NSA database. So all of this has to do with it, and future proves past. So these anti-Macron protests, they're spreading. Ambulance workers join the rebellion. It's spreading like crazy. Actually, out in Sweden, we see that there's 1,000 people that are participating in a 3-hour-long event outside the Swedish parliament. Countries are joining in. Same thing's happening out in Germany. Post 2532. And Anon put up the following. The White House. This is a tweet from the White House. Together we reaffirm the truth that light will always break through the darkness. We send our very best wishes for a blessed and happy Hanukkah, President Trump. Read the president message on Hanukkah. Under this, it says presidential message of Hanukkah, and there's a message there. So Q under this put light through darkness. Do you believe in coincidences? So an Anon picked up on the fact that the White House tweeted about Hanukkah, synced up with Q's post and said, wow, they're both doing the same exact thing. Look at the time. Look at when this was done. And they're talking about light through the darkness. And it looks like Q is responding to this. Post 2533. There's a Twitter link. And under this Twitter link, which we'll get to in a minute, it says, nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing. History books. Q. So this is from BNL News. And it says, breaking. Watch Paris. A group of French police officers removed their helmets to show solidarity with the French people against Macron. It is spreading. Ambulance workers, police are all joining the movement. The deep state, the elite, the establishment, their days are numbered right now. I mean, is this Macron's let them eat cake moment? It's starting to look that way. Post 2534. Q put up everything from post 2533 and says, ask yourself a very simple question. Why is there a total and complete mainstream media blackout, re France, Belgium, Germany, EU riots, etc.? When you are awake, you can see clearly fake news equals enemy of the people. Q. The mainstream media will never report on how the people around the world are rejecting the deep state, the elites, the establishment. Remember, what do they fear the most? People waking up. Because they can't put them back to sleep. Once people are awake, that is the weapon that they're afraid of. They're afraid of a people across the globe that are completely awake and understand and realize who the true enemy is. That's the ultimate power. The people. And that's why they'll never let anyone realize what is going on, because that will just wake other people up. So they have to make up stories. Oh, this riot's about, people not liking the government, not picking up their garbage, or the gas prices moved up a little bit. Things like that. Post 2535. Q put up another Twitter link, says, United we stand, Patriot. Together we win. Where we go on, we go all. And this is Saturday in The Hague. The yellow vest opens up, shows a Q shirt. This is from Andre van Delft. And you can see that we're all in this together. Post 2536, another Twitter link. And it says, Extreme Patriotic, a man proudly singing God Bless the USA at a Chick-fil-A. This is the America I love. Jamie R. Army Girl. Be proud, Q says, the world is about to change. Post 2537. Odds of state funeral on December 5th. How many coincidences before mathematically impossible? 68, 95, 99.7 rule. Q. I mean, really, why do you think all of this is happening on December 5th? Well, Q lets us know in the later posts. Let's continue. 2538. Put up a link to the Epoch Times, which we went over yesterday, the common thread behind 4 investigations. Under this, it says Department of Justice, brackets bold, policy does not discuss ongoing investigations. Majority of leaks by them serve to their benefit. Some do not. Remember what we talked about yesterday about these leaks? I do believe, and I think Q is confirming right now, that what happened was on purpose to let people know that there are and still ongoing things happening, and they're going after these individuals. Let me continue here. Some are designed to provide the public with a glimpse into the shadows. Boom. That's exactly what happened. Glimpse equals leverage. Leverage equals panic. Now, since this leak came out, we were allowed to see what was going on behind the scenes. It also pushed the deep state closer to going over the edge here in panic. And it says panic with an arrow, rats, dark to light, Q. Post 2539. The public is about to learn that the Department of Justice, FBI, and other U.S. foreign assets have been actively working behind the scenes in one of the largest criminal investigations in modern day history. D-class, arrow purpose, arrow eliminate the truth to the people. Transparency is the only way forward. Brackets all bold, caps, controlled media, enemy of the people, Q. Post 2540. Put up docs.house.gov. Now, this is a calendar of what was supposed to happen on December 5th. Q says postponed. Well played, deep state. Please allow us to counter. Now, all those things were, postponed, but it looks like Comey's going to be testifying on Friday. They just move things off, trying to buy themselves some time. Is it going to work? Absolutely not. Post 2541. The Great Awakening, all caps, Q. Post 2542. Put up a tweet today at 8:16 p.m. and it says Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump. Watch Sean Hannity tonight at 9 p.m. So there's something that Q is trying to tell us, saying watch Sean Hannity, watch what's going to happen. And today is Monday. And yesterday we reported that something was going to be revealed on Monday. And this was about this third whistleblower. So we can see all of this is starting to come together right now. And we see the executive order, which is going to go live on January 1st. And what is that executive order? It is the 2018 amendments to the Manual for Courts Martial, United States. And it goes into effect January 1st, 2019. This has all been planned. Drop your expectations. Everything, all the pieces and everything that's you're seeing right now has been put into place on purpose to trap and to corner all these people. That's why Q continually comes out and says these are rats. How do you capture a rat? You trap it. You cage it. You trick it. This is exactly what is happening right now. Listen, everyone. Thanks a lot for listening. Be well, be safe, and especially be prepared. Thanks a lot.